Hello and welcome to Monsters of Tabletop. My name is Travis and today we're going to talk about Aboleths. Aboleths are aberrations, which would usually mean they come from the far realms, but we aren't so sure when it comes to the Aboleths. Their flavor page in the Monster Manual talks about how they may be older than the gods themselves, and they have strong ties to the elemental plane of water. Legends say that the Aboleths once feuded with gods and were defeated, creating a strong sense of hatred towards the divine. At first glance, the Aboleth looks squid-like. They have multiple tentacles and a tail, which are all used for powerful melee attacks. In addition to its melee abilities, it has very strong psionic capabilities and a more biological one. This aquatic creature is surrounded by a thick cloud of mucus that can seriously mess with any creature that gets too close or is hit by the Aboleth. If a creature comes into contact with the mucus, they must make a DC 14 Constitution saving throw, or lose the ability to breathe anywhere but underwater for 1d4 hours. This ability counts as a disease, so paladins will be immune. The Aboleth can also use an enslave ability 3 times per day to completely dominate a player character and communicate with them telepathically over any distance. The character can save against the enslave if they take damage or if they are outside of a 1 mile range of the Aboleth, but they can only make the save once every 24 hours if it's based on distance. The Aboleth also has 3 legendary actions it can take on the player's turn. It can use a detect and make a perception check, making it very difficult to outmaneuver or get a jump on the creature. It can use its tail attack to make a very powerful melee attack with a reach of 10 feet, or it can use a psychic drain ability to deal 3d6 psychic damage to a charmed creature and heal itself for that same amount. Now that we know what they can do anywhere, let's talk about what they can do in their lairs. The Aboleth can cast Phantasmal Force on any number of creatures it can see within 60 feet inside its lair. However, it can't take any other lair actions while concentrating on this spell. The Aboleth also can cause all water within 90 feet of it to surge outward and pull characters down and into the water. This can be mitigated by making a DC 14 strength saving throw. The Aboleth can also target any number of creatures in the water within 90 feet of it and deal 2d6 psychic damage on a failed DC 14 wisdom saving throw. With all of these things considered, an Aboleth is a fearsome foe. At a challenge rating of 10, they can take on a mid-level party and provide a serious challenge. If a party of adventurers were to find themselves in an Aboleth's lair, it would probably start by reaching out telepathically and reading the surface thoughts of the characters. This could tell it if any of them are clerics or paladins of a god. Their intense hatred of the divine would cause them to single out these characters, which is very bad for parties with a low number of healers. They would attempt to enslave this divine caster, but allow them to act of their own accord until an opportune moment. As the party gets closer to the water, the Aboleth will use its lair action to make the water surge outward and try to draw as many of them in as possible. Once there, the Aboleth will utilize its 3 melee attacks per turn to infect the party with its mucus ability. Any that fail their saving throw are stuck in the water, or they risk suffocation on dry land. This could all happen within a very short span of time when encountering an Aboleth in their lair, making them a deadly threat to any party of adventurers. As with any monster, an Aboleth can end a campaign outright if used to its full effect, so use discretion. And remember, we aren't the bad guys, we just play them.